Stars, it's me Missy, I'm back, and today I'm going to be playing some more of Call of Cthulhu. Now when I last left off, we had just started trying to create a diversion to escape the Asylum, and that was not working out too well for us, but hopefully this time around we have an easier time at it, and if not, well then I will have to look it up, and we'll see. Anyway, but now let's get into the game. I have no idea where I am, though. So that's a little bad. Riverside Institute. Pierce and Officer Bradley follow the intruder to a secret meeting place. Occult in a network, underground caves, right under the Hawkins Manor. Okay, I remember that. I remember this. We're good. Really do hope. Oh God, where am I? Holy shit. Man. I wanted. This provides no fucking light. God, I can remember now how freaky this game makes my eyeballs feel.
It's no use. The padlock won't give.
Okay, well guys, you're gonna have to bear with me while I hope not to get like sick from this and figure out what the fuck I'm supposed to be doing. I wonder if there's something in there. I don't think there's anyone over here. Scared. There is a man. Would be lovely if you wouldn't do that. Okay, so I found a key. 2 keys for something. There was something in here I'm looking for in this direction. So I need to go over there and look. And then I need to do something else, and I don't know what else that something would be. Bye, dude. You can stay in there. Have a merry old time! Waiting for his light. Okay. I have no clue where this guy's gonna be. Okay, there's a light. Okay. Turn back around. Where would this thing be? Hmm. Come on, buddy, go back around. Where would this thing be? I'm so confused. I might just have to come back or look it up. I think what I'm gonna do is I'll come back and I'm gonna go do other things with my time. Okay. That's done. Okay. Let's go do this now. Could we not do that, please? So I can't do this.
This machine seems to consume a great deal of electricity.
Okay, so there's 4 gauges. Let's see.
Have I
That's
activated anything?
1. There's 4 of these. What's this? Medicine.
Vats of rotten flesh? An elaborate electrical system? Like a dumb pulp novel.
Okay, let's hope I can find whatever the green thing is.
What's the connection between this meat and the electrical installation?
It has eyes. That's gross.
Worse and worse.
What the hell is this? Oh, instruments. There's 2 of those. What if they're trying to turn people into whatever the hell the thing is? So that one's up. So that means I need to do 3 more. Okay, wait, hold on. This one's over here. Where does this go? Okay, you're going out there. Let's do this one first then. This is the green one. What is this one? Blue. So I did the blue. Let's do the green. Then we'll do the next two. Okay, the green goes this way. Top. Over that way. Let's see if I can find that out. Stay as hidden as possible. Okay, so this one goes here. I have a key though. Be very nice if I could see better. Hiding spot. Okay, what's this? Oh. Please stop making me feel sick. Please stop. Okay. Okay, I don't have this valve, I don't think. Yeah, I don't.
This lever must turn on the gas machine.
Okay, so I have to do 3 diversions. Game saved. Let's go back up.
It's no use. The padlock won't give.
Okay, so that's the padlocked door. Well, I might as well go back through where I came from. Just do it that way. Okay, let's go. Yeah, dude, I know. You're afraid of tight spaces. I get it. Okay, this way. Okay. And we are slightly back to normal.
It's an
What is
ammeter.
this?
I didn't expect to see one on this little rock.
Okay. Do this.
It's done. Now for the others.
Yeah, okay. So we did those two. Which means I have 2 more to go. This way. This is the gas area. And I have clippers. Okay, Okay, there's a red over there. So that's 2. I need to do 2 more. Wish the guy would stop laughing. Okay, I'm gonna hide. Or try to. Okay. Or maybe I won't have to. Okay, stay hidden. Let the dude go by. Then I'm gonna sneak up right behind him and get this last one. And then there's just 1 more afterwards. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, I'll wait till he's around the corner.
Theoretically, I've only got 1 lever to push.
Okay. Go in here, hide. Let him go around again, and I still need to find the last gas valve. Okay. Feet. I need to find where the red wire goes. This way. Where's the guy then?
What carnage. Where in the fuck am I? A lot of dead bodies. Okay. Just gonna go for it, I guess. All the levers are activated.
Okay. No scared. Okay, let's go over this way. Guy is still there. Okay, and now I go.
What will happen if I increase the current to the limit?
Okay, this.
That should draw the attention of the guards. I should hide.
Damn it! What's going on? Is there somebody? Gotta let Fuller know. You can bet he'll blame us.
Okay, so need to hide. Let them do their thing for a minute. Come on, buddy. You can do this. We're okay. You're okay, come on. He's gonna. I can't do this apparently. I just need this guy to pass. Come on, go away. Come on. That's good. That's good enough. Okay, don't see me. Let's make these guys move. Yes, it did. Okay. Let's go.
Damn.
Damn. What? Oh, this is the guy from his cell.
Doctor,
Francis Sanders.
is that you?
No?
Don't you worry about the doctor. Right now, he'll have plenty to keep him busy with his precious machine. It gives us time to get away. I'll undo you.
Get away? Get away where? I can't go anywhere. It'll find me, like it found me here. You're mistaken about the beast. Don't stay with me, or you'll end up the same way.
What did they do to you? I don't abandon the wounded. You need treatment.
You're Sanders, aren't you? I heard you from my cell. What did they do to you? What does Fuller want with you?
The doctor? You think it's the doctor who scares me?
Yes.
The doctor wants to heal me. But he's the one who's crazy. He wants to restore my sight. He wants to give me back my eyes. And yet I told him that I didn't want him. I do not want to see it anymore.
So you see
Sarah,
Cthulhu.
her and her accursed paintings.
You're kidding me.
Okay.
You're talking about Sarah Hawkins.
The one and only. The legendary. There is no artist more enlightened or cursed than Sarah Hawkins.
Okay. What do you know about Sarah Hawkins? That's the secret of Sarah
In
Hawkins.
her office, I
Damn it.
saw signs of a ritual, perhaps an invocation. These things, that's what makes you say she's cursed.
You're wrong. It was not an invocation, but a revocation.
She revoked. She's trying to get rid of
But she
Cthulhu. Okay.
failed. And that's what counts.
What's going on this island?
I'm so sorry. We should never have met.
Okay.
What are you talking about?
Destiny!
Why are you sorry?
It has trapped you. No, don't let it see you, or you won't be able to escape it. Don't look at it. That's how it finds you.
Don't
What
look at
finds
it.
me?
Sarah Hawkins' visitor.
The
Shambler.
Shambler.
Sanders, pull yourself together.
Without her,
Achievement
It's no
unlocked.
longer possible to
The aficionado of horror. Am I gonna have to escape some spooky, scary monstrosity?
Sanders!
Oh, well, that's bad. Oh, fuck.
What the hell?
Please don't bother me. I'm just an innocent person. I didn't do anything. Oh, shit. Oh, he's very dead.
Okay. This is insane. What killed him?
That's a good question, buddy. Not that I have a good answer for you. Okay, anything I need to look at before I go on my merry little way away from all this horror and spook? Feel bad for him. That really sucked, in all honesty. I could hear breathing there. I didn't really like that too much. Okay. Okay, let's go up the steps and see what happens. Where the fuck am I? Okay, what am I supposed to do now? Okay. Don't be doing that to me. Am I supposed to go through the smoke? Not it. That was not open a second ago, but okay.
Damn!
What's happening now?
The gas! Oh,
Cellars of the Riverside Institute.
my head.
Later. We need to move on.
What? Hawkins Mansion, Chapter 6. Pierce woke up in the asylum installed in the cellars of the Riverside Institute. He met Dr. Coldine, a female friend of Bradley, who helped him escape. Wandering through the corridors of this place where Dr. Fuller reigned supreme, Pierce was able to talk to a man called Francis Sanders. Before dying in full view of the detective, he accused Sarah Hawkins of being the cause of his torments. Pierce finally left the accursed building, accompanied by Bradley and Coldine. The companions in misfortune decided to use the Hawkins mansion as a hideout. It's actually kind of smart. Let's enter the madness. Oh no, I'm having dreams of tentacles and spooky shit. Great! Hi, Cthulhu! Nice eye! Please don't.
Who goes there?
I gained a character point. Stop
That nightmare again.
whipping your head around.
I need a drink.
Yeah, so do I, buddy. These are grave accusations. Do you realize what they mean? What is happening? Well, you know what? Before I do anything... Journal! Me. 333. Like this. Let's finish up investigation almost. And then we'll start working on eloquence and strength probably after that. Sanity. What's this? The ritual in the tunnels under the Hawkins mansion witnessed the disemboweling of Officer Bradley by a man with a monstrous appearance. The men in gowns and their rituals had not succeeded in affecting the veteran. However, the brutal death of Bradley, the discovery of the identity of his killer, whom he recognized as the dead Charles Hawkins, as well as the latter's superhuman strength, managed to strike fear into him. Pierce still does not know if he should believe what he saw. He may even put these visions of horror to the shock caused by the death of Bradley, or he may put it down to a lack of oxygen provoked by the rock fall. Macabre discovery. Stretching through the cellars of the Riverside Institute, Pierce entered a room that he first took for a morgue, but the advanced state of decay of the corpses that lay about the place quickly made him realize that he was wrong. Nothing could justify the presence of such a charnel house in a hospital. Why can't I speak? The putrid smell and the total absence of respect for human life, as witnessed by this room, profoundly shocked Pierce, costing him some of his sanity. I'm shaken. Okay. I'll read that in a second. The death of Francis Sanders. The weirdness of Francis Sanders' death went far beyond anything Pierce had ever seen. Lifted off his feet by an invisible force, the poor man's body was carried into the air before being thrown violently against the bars of his hiding place. Pierce, powerless, watched the limbs break and Sanders' body crumble to the ground. During the long moments of agony, the detective saw nothing that could explain this event. Weakened by his wounds and the operations he could remember undergoing, Pierce begins to question his ability to tell the difference between reality and the nightmares that haunt him. And my sanity is shaken. The ordeals you have gone through have left their mark, but you still manage as best you can. You keep your mind busy in order to chase away doubts and painful memories. You still have some way to go. Who knows where your mind could lead you along the paths of insanity. Interesting. Charles Hawkins, age 41, occupation ship owner. Charles Hawkins is alive despite its crude and deformed appearance. This thing looked like Hawkins. He attacked Bradley after he recognized him. What could have happened to Charles on the night of the fire? I've never seen a major burn victim in such a state. Something's not right. Mary Colden, age 32, occupation doctor. Officer Bradley's female friend works as a general practitioner at the Riverside Institute. She had figured out long before I arrived that Fuller was involved in illegal activities. She wants to shed full light on the nature of experiments and believes that helping me to solve the Hawkins case could advance her own investigation. Deceased. Francis Sanders, 47, art dealer. Francis Sanders knew Sarah Hawkins so well that he accused her of being the source of his suffering. The man gouged his eyes out with his own hands and smeared the walls of his cell with esoteric symbols. He seemed to be obsessed with a Shambler linked to Sarah Hawkins. He died before my eyes in circumstances that I cannot explain. And then the kid and the wife are still dead. Oh, sorry, guys. Cellars of the Riverside Institute. Strictly speaking, I didn't spend much time in the hospital. When I woke up, I was immediately transferred into the cellars of the Institute, sort of clandestine asylum where Dr. Fuller carried out his experiments on patients without being troubled. Unknown machines sit beside anatomical drawings that are disturbing to say the least. I just managed to escape from this place. I might not have as much luck another time. I hope we don't have to go back there. I wouldn't like that too much. Padded cell. Medical records. According to this record, the patient seems to be suffering from psychosis. He gouged his own eyes in an attack of delirium. Sarah Hawkins was interned at Riverside for fits of insanity, as well as a while before her death. She wasn't at her first attempt with the fire at the mansion. Request for internment, a document attesting to the fact that Irene Sanders, wife of Francis Sanders, had her husband interned after he had shown grave signs of madness. Okay, my hurricane lamp. Ritual dagger. I found this dagger in the tunnels under Hawkins Manor. Its owner left it behind when he went with the other hooded men, not hobbed. Series of drawings, Celtic runes, annotated Bible. An old Bible, numerous passages have been overwritten or annotated. Strange way to study the Holy Scriptures. I don't think there's anything holy about being written in there. And the medicine thing. Oh, I never looked at this, I guess. That's a lot of clues there. And this is the chapter we're on now. Pinseeker, hi! I'm doing good. How are you? Where the fuck am I? Oh, they're downstairs. Find you one. I'm just trying to reason with you. I don't think there's any reasoning. That's beautiful. Right there. That's a beaut. I like that. That's a pretty picture. So pretty.
You're awake, Mr. Pierce. How do you feel?
Like shit. Is that a good answer?
Did I sleep long?
The day is only starting. It's fine.
Oh, I'm sorry you've had the worst day today. Okay, I guess I need to talk to you too. No, I don't need to talk to you apparently. You do.
How's our
Bradley.
fugitive? Dr. Fuller hasn't reported your disappearance to the force, but that'll come soon.
Okay.
Bradley?
Who else would it be?
Mr. Pierce, are you all right?
No, not really.
You look like you saw a ghost.
Yes, I have.
There are things I can't explain.
Tell us. What happened?
You might not want to know. Might be on the lead. Sarah Hawkins was the object of a cult. Talked to Bradley, talked to Goldine. But they had me in door. Oh, I'm so very sorry. Let's talk to Golden first. I know how that feels, trust me. What do you think of this prescription?
I found this at the Hawkins house. The doses seem insane.
Barbiturates. But these doses...
What do you mean?
Half the island is under treatment. What is prescribed here, however, is enough to knock out an ox.
Fuller wrote this prescription to fool everyone into believing she was mad.
Or perhaps her husband wrote it.
Perhaps Charles and Dr. Fuller were in league.
A conspiracy. How dreadful.
Not as dreadful as what I've seen. Sarah Hawkins was committed.
I found a file bearing Sarah Hawkins' name in the Institute's basement.
It makes sense. A powerful family like the Hawkins had the means to hide such a disgrace.
But everyone knows the Fullers have been taking care of the Hawkins for at least a generation. And all were aware of Mrs. Hawkins' fragility.
Perhaps, but no one would allow a psychiatric internment.
From what I read in the file, Fuller used her as a subject of his experiments.
Lovely.
Francis Sanders and Sarah Hawkins, subjects of Dr. Fuller. Why those two?
Did Fuller found Riverside?
Given the energy he pours into Riverside, I presume it was Fuller's creation.
His father's, to be correct. He was a surgeon on board the Scylla. He founded the hospital in 1904 with funds from the Hawkins family before he died and his son Thomas Fuller took over.
Two families inextricably linked.
Most island families are that way. Captain Fitzroy's father was also a seaman aboard the Scylla.
Powerful
Okay, cool.
families dominating everything.
Yes. And
That's
as you
normally
can
how it
tell,
is.
Dr. Fuller is like some crazed emperor.
He wouldn't be happy if he knew we were snooping around.
I know the risks. I don't fear him. Do you wish to know anything else?
I saw dead bodies.
Dr. Fuller seems to be leaving a trail of corpses. Not to mention those strange machines, chains, and tools of all kind.
Yes. I've been telling you that Fuller uses his patients as guinea pigs.
What I saw was more akin to torture than medicine.
Do you even hear what you're saying? Dr. Fuller is highly respected.
It's the truth, Ethan. And I'll prove it to you. I'm listening, Mr. Pierce.
Well, thanks, lady, for having my back on that one. Let's talk to Bradley. You should be dead. Able to test psychology. Yeah, that was every asylum in history. You did see you did see Charles a lot. You did see Charles was alive. Why couldn't I say that?
What I'm sure of now is that the Hawkins case isn't just an accident.
And what brings you to that conclusion?
The fact that Charles Hawkins survived the fire.
I don't understand. Mr. Hawkins was buried.
That's
Another
what
body.
he would have you believe.
I have a hard time believing you.
You were there, Bradley. You even opened fire on him.
I'd remember that.
Why would he fake
You're
his
dead,
own
dude.
death?
I don't think you remember much of anything.
Do
You're
you
probably
think he
under the
covered up
control of
his wife's murder?
Cthulhu.
That's possible.
Seems hard to swallow. Don't you have anything more concrete, Pierce?
What, like his fucking face or body? Your memory seems to be failing you. Hold to test psychology.
You two know each other pretty well.
It's a tiny island. Everyone knows everyone. Especially since I'm a police officer and Marie's a doctor.
The chemistry is obvious.
I do seem a little bit stupid, don't I? Anyway, let's get back to the business at hand.
I think you two are cute. Hey, you're dead. Your memory seems to be failing you, buddy.
Bradley, what do you remember?
Sorry.
I don't understand your question.
The night we went into the Hawkins mansion. You don't seem to remember the tunnels and what occurred there.
No memory of going down any tunnel. No, we were in the manor, then,
Then what?
The rest is quite blurry. I don't recall how I came back home.
And then?
I went to visit you at the hospital and called on Marie's help to get you released.
Thank you for that,
And you
buddy.
don't remember the events of the tunnel.
I don't. Let's talk about something else.
It's a bad sign. Bad sign. And I can't say you should be dead because I don't have enough medical skills. Might be able to leave what they had me endure. Let's just ignore the what they had me endure thing, maybe. Fine, we'll talk
I
about it.
have flashbacks. They haunt me.
What did they do to you?
There was that Dr. Fuller and a nurse. Blood everywhere. My legs, the pain, I couldn't bear it. I was screaming. They injected me with something. I woke up at the institute. Bradley was there.
And how you scared us. You seemed demented.
You likely woke up during the anesthesia. No wonder those memories haunt you. What in God's name were they doing to you?
Who the
What
hell
happened
knows?
afterwards?
When I woke up the second time, I was in a padded cell. That's where you found me, Doctor. After you released me, I got a good look at what's in store for the patients of the Riverside Institute. Hallucinogenic gas pumped into the cells. An infernal machine. Horrific medical experiments.
Impossible. Dr. Fuller would never do such a thing.
You should believe it, Ethan. What Mr. Pierce saw is precisely what I've been trying to prove. Did you discover anything else?
I might be onto a lead.
I met a Francis Sanders. Do you know him?
Of course, he's a patient. Or was. I haven't seen him since Dr. Fuller had him transferred to the basement.
He knew Sarah Hawkins, and that's what killed him.
What? How did he die?
I'm not sure I can explain it.
Tell me how Mr. Sanders died.
You don't want to know. He called him the
I
Shambler.
didn't see what, but something was there with us.
Hi, I'm crazy. How are you?
Sanders said it was Sarah Hawkins' visitor. He spoke of it like a living being.
Sarah Hawkins? Have I missed something here? This makes no sense. I don't see how it can help crack the Hawkins case.
You really think she's involved? How could she have murdered Mr. Sanders?
Francis
who
Sanders
knows?
mentioned Mrs. Hawkins just before dying. It's no coincidence.
You know, Francis Sanders was a well-known art collector. I guess you can still pay a visit to his wife, Irene Sanders.
Okay,
An art collector, you say? That's probably how they met.
If you
exactly.
plan on having dinner at the Sanders household, please spare the widow the tale of her late husband's suffering.
I don't agree. She deserves the truth.
But that truth may be biased. We don't know the bottom of it.
I mean, I would want to know the truth of a situation if that was my husband, so better to confront
He's
the
right.
truth.
We can't ignore the truth.
But it could drive her mad.
Better madness than
This will affect her
ignorance.
destiny.
Very well. I'll go to see Francis's widow. Perhaps I'll find a link between her husband's death and Sarah Hawkins.
Don't end up
Maybe
in the
I
hospital
shouldn't tell
this
her.
time.
Maybe I shouldn't trust
I'll do my
Mr.
best.
Deadman. I made a mistake, probably. Whoopsie.
Let us go now and learn the truth about what's happening on this island.
The other night's events are still confused in my head.
Sorry, buddy. Okay. This place is so pretty. And I'm about to leave it. That looks spooktastic. Sanders residents, Pierce, Golden, and Bradley decided to team up to solve the Sarah Hawkins case. They have a new trail to follow. Francis Sanders, an art collector and friend of a painter who died right in front of Pierce. The detective goes to his house in order to speak to his widow about the Shambler, the unfortunate man mentioned before he died.
What can I do for you, sir?
Mrs. Sanders?
Hi, miss.
I'm a private detective. We must talk about your husband and his ties to Sarah Hawkins. Can I come in?
You may.
Like your hair.
However, before we go any further, please know that my husband died yesterday.
That is precisely what brings me here.
Well, well, look who's here.
Bitch, try anything and I'll beat your ass.
You know each other.
We met briefly. Time enough to iron out a few matters. The brave detective has a talent for sticking his nose into my business.
I bump into her every time I'm investigating someone's death.
It's a small island, detective. My island. It's better that it's you bumping into me.
You're investigating Francis' death. Why? Who hired you?
I spoke to Francis before he died. His story suggests a link to a case I'm working on.
Well, since this business has got nothing to do with me, I'll be in your husband's office, Irene. We'll carry on later.
Very well, Miss Baker. This way, Mr. Pierce. And do make yourself comfortable. It would seem that you have much to tell me.
I'm gonna feel so bad for telling her this.
May I inquire as to when you had the opportunity to talk to my husband?
Yesterday, I met him at the hospital. He spoke to me about Sarah Hawkins.
Oh, of course he spoke to you about her. That's all he talked about. Sarah Hawkins and her paintings. Please forgive my tone. The fact is that I have not been allowed to see him since he was interned. You, on the other hand, a perfect stranger, were able to see him and even talk with him the day he died. How was he?
I'm sorry.
Were you present when he had this attack? What happened?
You must not feel guilty. You must not feel
What
guilty.
happened to your husband is terrible, Mrs. Sanders. But from what I saw, it was inevitable. The man I met yesterday had lost his reason. He suffers no longer, if you would allow me such a platitude.
Of course. Thank you for your kind words. Nobody in that hospital would have deigned to speak them to me. However, it will require more than that to soothe my mind. I need to understand. How could this happen? In a reputed institute? And right before your eyes? Did you not do anything to help him?
It wasn't me who sent him there. True culprit is Fuller. Share grief, but I have nothing to do with it. True culprit is Fuller, maybe.
So ask Fuller, he's the eminent doctor. But I would caution you, you'll find his treatments more terrifying than the illnesses he sets out to cure.
That churl no longer takes the trouble to receive me. He sends his secretary to tell me that I cannot see Francis. Me. His own widow. He must think that I am a terrible wife for having abandoned him in such a way. But I only wanted what was best for him.
I'm not here to condemn you, Mrs. Sanders.
Oh, I'm tired, Mr. Pierce. I would be grateful if you could tell me what you expect of me, and then leave.
Did he speak to you of the Shambler?
Did your husband talk to you about Sarah Hawkins' visitor? A Shambler, to use his precise terms.
Well, you can imagine that's all he talked about. It's exhibited at the center of the gallery. No better place for the painting that endowed him with the privilege of such a shameful and miserable end to his life.
Hold
Oh,
on.
I'm sorry.
The Shambler is a painting by Sarah Hawkins.
Who else to paint such horrors? Take a look for yourself, if you feel so inclined.
It is my only lead at this stage.
I was told not to look at it.
I have nothing to lose.
Then you have
Well, I
paid
guess I'm
no
gonna lose my
heed.
mind.
For my part, I refuse to set foot in that gallery again. But if you're so eager to see it, I would urge you to make the most of your visit. Because I count on ridding myself of that thing as soon as I can.
Thank
Okay,
you,
ma'am.
Mrs. Sanders.
Thank you.
I won't be long.
I'm very sorry for your husband's death. I couldn't stop it. I also might be a bit cuckoo now because of what happened. I can touch this? I want to touch. Please don't yell at me. Cool. Book. Second volume in the series covers everything from gas gangrene to trench nephritis. In addition to a precise and detailed study, the book presents some avant-garde theories. The incredible complexity of this book reserves it for medical experts. Well, I'll take it then, I guess. Let's rotate this first, make sure there's nothing on the back. Okay, cool. I have progressed my medical skill. Don't mind me while I snoop in your house.
Did she really care for him after all?
Achievement unlocked, Jack of all trades. Letter of refusal. Dear Madam, I acknowledge the receipt of the letter in which you demand the body of your deceased husband. I am sorry to inform you that I cannot agree to return his body to you. At the moment of his internment, you signed a discharge allowing me to dispose of his body as I see fit. I extend my deepest condolences to you. Thomas Fuller. He's a asshole. And I bet you that he did something to the body. Where's a picture?
The
There's
day
the
the
picture.
Shambler came into the Sanders' lives.
Photograph Sarah Hawkins next to Sanders. They must be close. She does not look happy in the least. Reconstruct. I don't want to. Oh, fine.
A house of artists.
Okay. This. Look at it! There we are.
Francis Sanders and Sarah Hawkins were close. Friends, even?
I mean, it seems that way, does it not? Okay, I need to look for more yellow. Investigate.
Sanders' accession register. He wrote beside the Shambler. Finally. What did Sarah Hawkins fear so much that she didn't want to sell the painting?
Probably passing on whatever the fuck was in it. Maybe.
He finally won. Was Sanders aware of his imminent doom?
No, I bet not, because I bet if he was, he wouldn't have taken the damn thing.
She didn't want Sanders to have the painting. She must have felt devastated.
Okay.
Was she jealous of Sarah Hawkins?
She probably was. I mean, it really did seem that they were close, a little too close, kind of. Oh, shit. Well, I guess it's gonna come for me now.
The Shambler. I need to see it.
I don't think we need to see it. I don't think we need to see that. I don't think we need to see that. But if you want to and you want to lose your mind, I guess be my guest. I'm just gonna snoop a bit because I want to and I can. Is this a wax cylinder thing? Gaspard standard phonograph. This is a wax cylinder thing, I believe. Looks like it. Cool. I'm going
Let's
to
see
snoop.
what the cylinder has to say once it's inserted in a phonograph.
An audio recording that Francis Sanders left for his wife, Irene. Okay. Well, let's listen. Listen.
Irene,
Oh, goodness, you
I
walked.
made a mistake. I fear that it might be too late for me. Nobody should enter, except to burn everything. I never had the courage. Pay somebody to do it. He's inside my head. I see him behind my eyelids each time I shut my eyes.
Well, that's not a good sign. Ah,
I
great.
can't take anymore. I can't hold him back. Forgive me.
Oh,
That accursed gallery. Those accursed paintings. That accursed Sarah.
I'm so sorry, ma'am. I'm gonna keep looking around your house if you don't mind. It's a very nice house, by the way. That's so creepy. Anything at all? That's locked. Okay. This? Also locked. I'm gonna try every door. Locked. Dissertation on an anatomical question. It is the work of a student in book form. Although the observations are relevant, they lack the expertise of an experienced physician. However, the questions asked allow us to imagine new ways of exploring human anatomy. Okay, cool. I have more stuff for my medical skill. Woohoo! Would you read the book? Read the book. Melospasterium, this will affect your destiny. Great. Volume 2 is kind of encyclopedia of monsters and unknown creatures. I'm beginning to believe that they exist. Well, that's a good thing, because we're kind of screwed. It's not creepy at all. Oh, great. There's whispers. Lovely! Could I actually open this? Oh! A key! I found a key. Key to the Sanders Gallery.
An old diary.
This volume spent some time on Reverend Wickwood's community. His wife expresses her worries about the strange dreams that the Reverend's congregation are having. Since their arrival on the island, some members of the community, her husband included, begin to speak of their vision as a messenger sent by God. She is scared that they will suffer the same fate as the lost tribe. Great. Fun. Good thing.
Strange. For months, Sarah Hawkins refused to part with her painting, to finally give it away for nothing.
Letter by Sarah Hawkins. Dear Francis, I beg you to give up all hope ever owning this accursed painting. If our friendship has any meaning for you, please spare me the weight of guilt. I cannot be the architect of your fall. I beg you, my dear friend, forget the Shambler, your friend Sarah Hawkins. So she basically knew what was going to happen, probably.
I could use one of those.
Found these sleeping pills in the Sanders house. Were they prescribed to Francis Sanders or Irene? Oh, great. I'm taking sleeping pills. The Whale and the Cod, or A Brief History of Darkwater by Erwin Greenmouth. It is focused on the past glory of the island. Okay, cool.
That's twice you've stepped on my toes, Detective. Try not to make a habit of it.
I've got a lot of bad habits.
Some can be more fatal than others.
Honey,
What have
I'm
you
more
come
scared of
looking for
Cthulhu
in
than
this
you.
gallery?
I'm not here to create problems for you.
I'm not here to cause trouble, if that's what's worrying you.
Worry me? Don't overestimate yourself. If the last beating wasn't enough for you, I can always give it another go. But as long as you keep out of my way, you're free to carry on with your visit.
Okay, bitch. And you, what are you doing here? You know what? I don't
All's
care.
fair in love and war, I suppose.
Oh, this is not going to be fun. Hey, let's go lose our minds, guys. Anybody else ready for that? Oh, look! There's hidey holes. That ain't good for my health. Oh, and nice little fucking scary-ass candles. Weird, spooky shit. Just, helpful. So helpful, man. More spooky, scary.
These artifacts date from pre-Columbian times.
Of course they do. Hey, Cthulhu, how you be, man? More spooky, scary bullshit. Oh, that's great. Yeah, so fun.
The man transformed an entire wing of his manor into an art gallery.
If it was not so weird and cursed, I'd be like, yeah, man, go for it. But, you know, I'm not that type of person. Oh, great. You'll float too. Fun. Great. Good. Lovely. Nice big head. Oh, fun. Cthulhu as a lion. What? I can't pick that up. Okay. What's this? Oh, I have oil for my lamp. That's a great image. Thank you.
Why was he so interested in old weapons?
That's a very good question, sir. Well, more spooky shit. Thanks for that. Floating head, face, creepiness, more creepiness, oil for my lamp. Okay, that's just more oil for my lamp. Well, it pays to look behind.
Is this dagger part of Sanders' collection, or was he seeking to acquire it?
Drawing of a dagger, far from possessing the talents of Sarah Hawkins, Sanders drew a dagger with tormented form down to the smallest detail. The guard carried a strange, esoteric symbol, a recurring feature of his correspondence with Sarah. Okay, Let's go see if I can find that. Before I go touch the spooky painting and have my soul sucked out of me.
Why was
Hey,
he
is this
so
it?
interested in old weapons?
Mummies aren't that spooky. They're weird, but they're not that spooky. I'm more scared of
Why was he so interested in old weapons?
Cthulhu. Isn't this the same exact dagger? You know what? Fuck it. I don't care. I'm leaving. I'm gonna go... You and your... I'm gonna go touch the painting and have my soul sucked out, guys. Ugh. Yes, stare at it. Lose your mind. Have the Shambler come after your ass. Don't mind me, the person behind you, saying, no, don't do it. Well, we're fucked. Wait a second, I'm having a drink. He's gonna touch us. Hey, bucko. Well, that's bad news, bears. Oh, so I'm screwed, right? Look up.
What the hell was that?
Said consult the diary. The Shambler is a painting. Irene Sanders doesn't seem to know what she hates the most, Sarah Hawkins or her work. The fact remains that she accuses her of costing her husband's sanity. He apparently gouged his own eyes out under the influence of the painting. I must see it. The key to the gallery is probably in the office. Sanders and Sarah Hawkins were close. It's undeniable the widow doesn't tell me everything, but her house speaks for her. Everything began with Frances Sanders' obsession with the Shambler, an exceptional painting in more ways than one. Yeah, no shit. That one's up. There we are. Strength is up. Sanity. Shaken. Goody. Clues. Clues. The photograph. This. At Sanders. Cross-checking the information given by Francis Sanders and his widow as possible to reconstruct the events that led to the internment of Sanders. Everything points to Sanders and Sarah Hawkins being close, linked at least by the interest the collector showed in the artist's work, but more probably by a certain friendship attested to by the repeated refusal of Sarah Hawkins to sell the painting called The Shambler. Against all expectations, she finally gave it away for free. The feeling still shown by Irene Sanders towards Sarah Hawkins are evidently derived from what she considers to be the artist's responsibility. Madness struck Sanders a short while after he gained possession of the painting. I wonder why. Dr. Fuller, age 52, occupation Riverside senior physician. Dr. Fuller reigns as the undisputed master of the Riverside Institute and of its cellars, in which he carries out illegal experiments on his patients. I don't know what he has done to me, but I shouldn't be back on my feet so soon after my fall when the tunnels under the Hawkins mansion caved in. This man is dangerous, and I swear that he knows more about all this business than he's willing to tell. More than likely, yeah. Irene Sanders, age 41, occupation none. It's clear that she holds Sarah Hawkins responsible for the death of her husband. What I don't understand about Irene Sanders is this mix of sadness and insensitivity. It looks like she had given up her husband long before his horrid death in the cellars of the Riverside Institute. Aren't you lovely? Dimensional Shambler. The Dimensional Shambler comes from a dark and inhospitable dimension where the rarity of food sources keeps it in a state of permanent starvation. This is why it is a constant state of readiness to travel to other dimensions in order to feed on its inhabitants. Make sure you never weaken the veils of your dimension, otherwise you risk attracting this very dangerous creature. Should this happen, you just have to lay eyes upon it for its being to anchor itself in your dimension to allow it to rip you open with its claws. Great! So I can't look at it. Malus Bestiarum. Men will gather the knowledge through the lines dictated to me by the great old ones, but also in other volumes. The vision that assails me, whisper me names and silhouettes of mystical creatures. Soon the Malus Monstrum, repository of all anatomical, cosmic, and dimensional knowledge, will be seen as the authoritative work. This book, unholy among the most cursed books, will one day be the final part between man and the predators that are waiting to devour him, hidden behind the veils of parallel dimensions. Goody! I'm kinda screwed. The key, my knowledge. Whoopee! Sleeping pills. I'd like those sleeping pills now. Knock me the fuck out from this nightmare. I'm dead. Hey, bro. Yeah. I'm dead. I didn't look at you. You're an asshole. Go fuck yourself. I believe in it a little bit. Can I? May I skip? I can skip. I am fucked. Just saying.
What the hell was that?
Proceed to hide in closets. Can I not leave? Yes, I
can't
can't.
even touch it.
Well, I'm dead again. Okay, well, what am I supposed to do? Could we not do that so loud, please? Thank you. So I can't touch the handles. That's a bad idea.
What the hell was that?
Okay, so Dude Man is over there. Am I supposed to what? I'm sorry. I'm apologizing, sir. I'm apologizing for my existence, sir. I am apologizing for my existence, sir. Can you go away? Am I supposed to get one of those knives? Have to. Hiding again. Hi, dude. You're being a dick. Go away. Come on, buddy. I'm fucked again. Hiding. I have no idea where Dude Man is. Hey, buddy, you know what? Just kill me. Hey, Bubba. Come on. So light does not work. Shut up! Thank you. Jesus Christ. I'm going to assume, I'm assuming very hard here. Maybe.
What the hell was that?
That I need to go get that dagger that had the drawing, which I think is in that back corner over there. Okay. Could we calm down, please? Hiding. You coming over, big boy? Or you mean an asshole? No? Oh, there he is with his little shambly wambly stupid ass fucking walk. Don't be pissy. Ugh. Fucks with my vision. He is right there. Okay. Thought I heard him come over. Dude, it's a fucking closet. I understand that you're scared, but I'd be more scared of the fucking Shambler ripping your guts out than anything else, in all honesty. Scoot my butt. Scoot my butt. Scoot my butt. Let's do this. God damn it!
Down.
Hey, bitch!
Looks...
Okay, so that didn't work. What am I supposed to do with it then? Shut up. You're too loud. So I can't stab him. So, do I have to destroy the painting he came out of? Is that how I kill him? Is this what we're doing? I'm just doing trial and error until I figure this out. Yeah. Wine, wine, wine. Wine, 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 wine. I can read too, bitch. Hey, Shambler. Motherfucker. Come here. Asshole. Jackass, where are you? Yeah, we do need John Constantine in here. Where is the motherfucker? Okay, I'm hiding. Yeah. I'm angry. I'm angry. Everything sucks. How about that, you jackass? Don't have a freak out. He's still in the room. Come on, buddy. Walk away with your fucked up little wings. I know you're angry. Get it. Pop out. In again. Pop out. Oh god, that fucks with my eyes. God damn it. He saw me. I don't know where he saw me. There he is. Okay, keep going that way, buddy. Well, fuck me. Can I not run? Is he not coming over here? Yes, no? Crouch, please.
This dagger looks different.
Oh, cool. Let him do his thing. walking away, buddy. Come on, run, 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 run. Oh, good! Hi! I know you're angry. I'm sorry. Don't pull me in. Bye! Okay, I figured it out after a couple tries. Is my hand fucked now? Of course my hand's fucked now.
What's the matter with you?
Game saved from the beyond, the thing on the doorstep.
You
Achievements
sure you won't
unlocked.
be needing that hand? You're losing it, Detective. At this rate, you're right. The bottle will get you before I do.
You didn't see anything.
I saw you within an inch of putting a dagger through your forearm. Did I miss something more interesting?
I have not done any cosplay, sadly. Attacked by a creature. No, I just drank. Drank a bit too much.
It's nothing. I think I just drank too much.
That goes without saying. If you can't tell the difference between reality and fiction, then you're in real trouble.
Didn't hear anything. You knew about the monster. You must have noticed the state of my
My arm was disappearing into this painting. You must have seen that.
I saw you put your trembling hands on a collector's artifact. Where do you think you're going with that dagger?
It saved my life. It's an extraordinary dagger.
You should talk to Algernon Drake. He's an antique dealer here on Darkwater. He'll tell you all about it. From what I saw in the ledgers, it was him who sold it to Sanders.
Interesting. Okay. And you give me this information free of charge. Why is she giving me this information?
It's not your style to give me free information like that.
Take it as payment for being my canary. A simple trade-off. Now go see your antique seller. I've still got things to settle with Irene.
Of course you do. Thanks, I guess. The Nameless Bookstore. The Shambler turned out to be much more than an artwork painted by Sarah Hawkins. As a huge creature came out of the painting to attack Pierce, after a hard fight, the detective managed to send it back into the painting. He later discovered that the dagger he used to repel the creature had been sold to Sanders by a man named Algernon Drake, owner of the Nameless Bookstore. Pierce decides to pay the library a visit. Well, that's not a good sign. We're just getting in all heaps of trouble, aren't we? Inspect the bookstore.
Where's the bookseller?
Well, I love it here. I love bookstores. They're amazing.
Freud's The Interpretation of Dreams.
Oh, lovely,
It's the work
Mr.
that
Freud.
laid the foundations of psychoanalysis at the beginning of this century.
Mm-hmm. This practical work, written by Sigmund Freud for psychologists, described the techniques of the analytical interpretation of dreams. The analysis must follow several rules, especially that of free association, a principle announced by Freud at the end of the 19th century. It treats a dream as a way of revealing buried desires. I cannot believe that this theory is applicable to my nightmares. Yeah. I don't think it's you who's having the dreams. I think it's a thing sending you those dreams. But, I mean, what do I know? I'm just an idiot.
An old
Stuck here
diary.
on this island, about to probably get killed, more than likely, or lose my mind. Probably a bit both. Diary of the Pastor's Wife, Volume 4. Pastor declared himself to be the prophet. He renounced God and worshipped a strange pagan entity with a monstrous appearance. His wife tried to reason with her husband, but in vain. He was convinced that he must listen to this voice in his head because it holds the truth. Oh, goody! Fun! Book. Darkwater History. Harry Campbell. Volume 4. In the 19th century, as the American whaling industry reached its peak in the rest of the world, whales gradually disappeared from the waters surrounding Darkwater. This phenomenon appears even more mysterious because up until then the region was a favored refuge for cetaceans. In 1847, after months of pursuit, Skiller returns to the port with a gigantic creature on board. His crew asserts that the sea monster had eaten all the disappeared whales. After a night of ferocious combat, the survivors managed to drag the beast onto the whaling ship. And then they ate it! And something bad happened after that. Oh look, a thing. Oh, yep. Well, I haven't been using it. I might as well. I have been cautious.
The Book of Zion is the foundational work behind Helena Blavatsky's Theosophical movement. Its followers place truth on the same footing as a religion. These
Tibetan writings are at the origin of the esoteric movement founded by Helena Blavatsky. At the end of the 19th century, the creator of Theosophy would have drawn extensively on the texts of this work, but no one has ever been able to consult them. I thought you didn't exist. This book, discovered in the nameless bookstore on Darkwater, could be as much a fake as irrefutable proof of Blavatsky's sincerity. Okay, cool. Occultism has been progressed. Anything here? No. Cool. Handbook on the Anatomy and Dissection, as precise and illustrated with as much detail as the first volume. This book focuses on healing surgery specific to malformations and motor disorders. Okay, cool. Nice little chalkboard. Malus Bestiarum. Read the book.
What does this strange book contain? This book contains unholy knowledge.
Hey, look who it is! Hi, friend! This collection catalogs the and classifies creatures that I have never heard of. Divinities from the stars, creatures capable of traveling from one dimension to another. It presents itself as a reference work on the bestiary of the myth, without giving detail on the mythology to which it refers. Its pages are covered with phantasmagorical illustrations. Can't believe I said that pretty well, considering. Look, broken glass. Airship? Cool.
What happened here?
Bad things, sir. Bad things.
What a strange amulet. I have a feeling I'd better not touch it.
You're already touching it, kind of. Amulet in the shape of a dog. A strange amulet. The pendant is in the shape of a large dog. I don't know what it represents. I might find out more by searching the bookstore. Okay. The Hound! Handbook of Anatomy and Dissection, Book 1. The least that can be said about this book is that its title is well conceived. The illustrations of the human anatomy and dissection methods presented are illustrated in great detail. You have to have a strong heart on the detachment proper to doctors to consult its pages. Oh, find a lot of shit. Okay, let's go.
Let's start over. Where did they break in from? Blood. Seems like amateur work.
Or just somebody who didn't give a fuck. Hmm. This.
Someone tall left this footprint. A man, probably.
Okay.
No sign of
Medicine.
struggle. If the burglar smashed this jar, it wasn't intentionally. Was he hurt then?
Okay.
What sort of thief leaves his tools at the crime scene? What killed all these animals?
Do you really want to know is now the question that I'm going to ask you.
What happened that
Open
made
it.
the burglar flee before finishing his work?
Well, look. Isn't that a lovely symbol to see? Cultism. Bad? Bad juju! Bad juju!
What the... Charles Hawkins?
Bad juju. Hey, man. Okay, well, somebody was smart about their protection.
What sort of power did Sarah Hawkins' painting possess?
Okay. Cultism.
Sarah
Ow!
Hawkins helped hide something in this safe.
Yeah, I would say. Okay, what am I looking for? Okay, not in here. Oh, this dude. I didn't even see you. Jesus.
Drake put in a great deal of effort to hide whatever is in here. Everything is linked to the Sarah Hawkins case.
Okay. Well, we're done then. Burglary! New journal entry. Random shit over here.
What link did he find between Charles Hawkins and an old amulet?
Key of... Right? File. This key that bears the Elder Sign is the only one able to protect your psyche. It is in the form of a cylindrical medallion hanging at the end of a heavy chain. Hundreds of years ago, the star on the branch, whose purpose is to push back the forces of the great old ones, were engraved at its center. Everything points to it being Charles Hawkins, its word from the last owner, an Egyptian antique dealer. In press cuttings that mention the misdemeanor, the date of the robbery coincides with the last of Hawkins' trips of Cairo. Trips? Oh my god! Trips of Hawkins' trips to Cairo. Jesus. It remains to be seen whether he knows of the true purpose of the artifact. Try to find it. Don't know why that was so hard for me to say, but I was struggling.
Is everyone on this island taking sleeping pills?
Apparently. I mean, the doctor, lady, woman, whatever, kind of told us, yeah. Ew. I don't know how would I open the safe?
Drake left instructions on how to find the combination of his safe.
Page seems to be hidden here. It is possible to read. If somebody finds these memories, there will be no doubt that I am in serious trouble. My last and only hope is that my body and bones are still in the place of reality in order that they be recovered and burned. Funeral urn must be given to my dear mother if she is still out of this world. Oops. The following message is of capital importance. Whoever reads these lines and demonstrates acuity as sharp as mine can hope to gain access to my most precious possession. It lies within my safe, and the clues to the combination are to be found in 3 cylinders, each hidden where life and study combine in the Greek world. Each cylinder is numbered even if, as the celebrated author says, order is the pleasure of reason, but discord is the delight of the imagination. Indeed, despite my preference for organized chaos, I must admit that reason usually prevails in the end. By chance a person, or should I say a genius, was to match my intellect and find the combination of the safe, I would ask that they deliver its contents into the safekeeping of my friend and colleague, Professor Armitage of Miskatonic University. The content of this safe is not only a vast digest of knowledge, but also a weapon that is far too dangerous for it to fall into the wrong hands. I hope that you will be able to appreciate the danger that this represents and that you will act accordingly. In any event, I will neither be there to guide you nor to suffer from your actions. Breaks memories. Put that back up, please. Okay, he said 3 cylinders of the Greek world. This is a lot.
Arkham editions. Never heard of him.
Collection of poems by Edward Pickman Derby, also known as the Nightmare Lyrics. This collection of poems was sensationally received when first published in 1908. Derby was only 18 years old. This volume is part of the Arcane Anthology, a luxurious collection of treatises, works on esotericism and the supernatural.
How many volumes are there in this collection?
Book of Esoteric Philosophy and a Key Text in Madame Blavatsky's I give up. I'm done. Movement, written by Helen Petra. This volume is part of the Arcane Anthology, a luxurious collection of treatises and works. I don't care.
Another volume by Arkham Editions.
Key of Solomon. Book of Spells supposedly written by the legendary King Solomon. It contains various rituals of invocation and rituals of curse. The reedition by Claudia D. Waite, based on L.W. D. Lawrence's original. This volume is part of the Arkham Anthology, a luxurious I don't care.
Arkham Editions. Never heard of him.
Opera in 8 Acts by Benvenuto Citi Borgenhera, an infamous lyrical work published in Italy in 1768. It's said that the opera was performed only once, resulting in an audience riot that left several dead and missing. Oh, that's great.
How many volumes are there in this collection?
A collection of long-term astrological predictions written in verse, written by Nostradamus, translated by E. Leone and Theophilus Widebridge. There's more!
Another volume by Arkham Editions.
Written by Hermes. This collection of texts on different beliefs was written by a legendary philosopher and includes a translation of the Emerald Tablet, a popular text among 16th century alchemists. 16th century alchemists, okay.
Arkham Editions.
Ancient Frisian manuscript translated by William R. Sandbach. The text claims that in the distant past, Europe and other continents were controlled by the mother of their people, and moreover that our alphabet is derived from the Frisian language.
How many volumes are there in this collection?
Things That Should Not Be, a collection of essays on American folklore and the urban legends, written by Albert Wilmarch, professor of Miskatonic University. Okay, so those are there. Let's see if there's anything else. here before I go making guesses about shit. Dark Order History. Volume 2, I'll read that later. Revarying of Medicine, Tome 3. Even a few years back, it was possible for a single practitioner to know all the medical knowledge of his time. This book, which concludes the series, shows this is now virtually impossible. About 10 renowned doctors took part in putting together this collection. Interesting. More medicine upgrades for me. One second there, bucko, while I'm still looking before I touch you.
A kind of chalice.
Goblet. This goblet seems to be very ancient. It seems to be made of gold and decorated with real precious stones. The rubies and sapphires make up a specific motif. Interesting. Pull that up, please. Let's see what this says. That's anatomy. Oh.
Cylinders that Drake tried to hide. I should perhaps listen to them.
He said it was hidden in cylinders, so hey. Look at that. I found a thing. Play the first cylinder. Message recorded by Drake. Listen.
And these red drops, like precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine gold. To be the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions, Henry. And I do confess it. I am willing to pay to know its secrets.
He said red, right?
Red drops, like precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine gold. To be the guardian of the Grail
Red
does
drops.
not protect me from its attractions, Henry. And
Red
I do
drops.
The chalice of knowledge.
Chalice of knowledge. 1, 2. There's either 5 or 6 of these, it looks like. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, okay.
I am willing to pay to know its secrets.
So, first one looks like the dial is 5. How do I... Okay. So that one is 5.
I finally understood that we were only pieces on the chessboard of the gods. Let those of us who are still standing protect our White Queen from their dark soldiers. I see our number dwindling, and my will strengthens as my apprehension grows. We shall refuse to be the playthings of destiny.
So the amount of white pieces on the board?
The Queen has little protection.
It's 3 or 4 looks like, unless we're talking about the amount of black pieces. 4. Let's try 4. Okay.
Dear friend, I thank you again for the anthology of the works of Arkham editions that you sent me. Volume 9, Azathoth and Other Horrors, seemed particularly relevant to my research. I never tire of browsing through them.
Volume 9. Azathoth and Other Horrors.
Drake talked about a particular volume.
Azathoth and Other Horrors. This is it, I think. So wouldn't it be volume 9 then? Is it on the... Nothing's on the back. So would he just be saying that the last number is 9, maybe? Because this is it. Azathoth and Other Horrors. Sometimes Nightmare Lyrics, poems essentially received. First published in 1908. Derby was only 18 years old. It'd have to be either the number 18 or 9, and I think the answer would be 9, wouldn't it? There we are. Hey, I'm not dumb, guys! You proud of me? Nice book. I'm sorry, what? Pardon? Why? What the fuck's going on? Oh, you'll float too. Okay, great. Okay. Achievement unlocked. The book. Read the Necronomicon. Fun! Chapter 8, Riverside Institute. In the nameless bookstore, Pierce traced the trail of an attempted burglary. He discovered that Charles Hawkins was behind the attempt. Pierce opened the bookseller's safe to find that the latter and Sarah Hawkins had hidden there. A book covered in human skin lied inside. Irresistibly attracted the detective. When he opened it, his mind was projected into another body. Great. I don't want to be back here. Can I not?
Dr. Colden, this man's condition is deteriorating.
What says Dr. Fuller? It's his patient, after all.
He's busy with Captain Fitzroy. He specifically asked us not to bother him when that's the case.
Oh, of course. I'll see what I can do. Mr. Blake, can you hear me? I'm Dr. Colden. We'll take care of you.
There's nothing we can do. I tried talking to him. He's catatonic.
Has he been drugged?
Did you inject him with a tranquilizer?
No, Doctor. Not me, not anyone. Our stock is empty, yet again.
Again?
Great.
There was enough for the whole island.
More and more people are suffering from insomnia. We can't refuse to help.
Of course.
Any idea what this man might be undergoing?
Examine the patient. Regarding the patient. Examine the patient.
I'll examine him.
Examine the dying patient. Fun.
30-year-old subject. Severe hypothermia. Erythematous papules around the eyes and eardrums. Necrosed palpebral tissue. Lord, this smell.
Okay.
Severe malnutrition. Swollen abdomen with traces of petechia. Doesn't seem like an edema. Slight protuberances seem to indicate the presence of a foreign body.
That's bad.
His skin shows abnormal loss of color and seems dried out. He's totally dehydrated. His fingertips and toes seem to feature a slight ring under the skin, tender at the touch, slightly sticky.
So, Doctor, an opinion?
I'm not sure I have the necessary knowledge to treat this man.
Don't say that. You're our most worthy doctor after Dr. Fuller.
Screw Dr.
Some
Filler.
of his symptoms
Fuller,
are
whatever the fuck his
beyond
name
my
is.
comprehension.
What did you find?
He's turning into something bad. Or something's gonna pop out of him. He's fairly dehydrated. His state of limbs is worsening. He has something in his
Did you
belly.
examine his abdomen? It would seem there's something inside.
He hasn't eaten in days. Are you certain it's not an edema?
No. Can't you recognize an edema? Pushing with your finger won't leave a trace. And look at these bumps.
It's not like he could be pregnant.
Whatever it is, this man has something inside him that shouldn't be there. We should operate on him at once.
Dr. Fuller said not to worry, that the edema would go away by itself.
You know, I'm not sure Dr. Fuller is telling the truth.
State of his limbs is worsening.
In spite of the muscle contractions, his arms seem limp.
Yes. They can't have decalcified, not at this rate.
And yet, if there is a bone in this arm, it's softer than that of a newborn baby. What about his cranium?
It's soft at the touch. It does seem like the skull of a baby.
Look at these sticky rings growing at his fingertips. What can be happening?
They're
I'm
turning
sure
into
you'll find
suckers.
an explanation. You have to.
Gee, thank you. Put it all on me. He's severely
I
dehydrated.
see signs of hypodermoclysis, but he's still dehydrated. When was his last IV?
He's constantly under perfusion. I've even gone beyond the recommended dose to no avail. And you won't believe me, but when we bathed him earlier...
He seemed to feel better?
Yes. Like he needs an aquarium, not a perfusion. But that doesn't
Interesting.
explain his condition.
Body is mutating.
I almost don't believe it myself, but these symptoms are not those usually associated with the human species.
What do you mean? Don't tell me you believe in extraterrestrials.
No. This poor man is from our world, all right. But his body is undergoing unnatural mutations. And this transformation is killing him. His body simply can't cope.
Where could he have gotten such an infection?
I pray that it's not here.
Dr. Colden, may I know what you're doing to my patient?
What I'm doing? How about what you've done to him?
Let us calm down, my dear Marie. I don't appreciate your tone, nor your insinuations. I've done to him what I do to all my patients, provide him with the best available care.
Yeah, sure you
Your
have, hon.
imagination is without limit. It's your homemade drug again, is it not? Those people are not your guinea pigs.
Yes, they are, to him at least.
There. What have you seen to put you in such a state?
The symptoms are worsened.
These are alarming symptoms. If we don't act, he'll die.
Do you believe that? I'm not as convinced, you see. I even think this man has a strong chance of completely healing from his ailments.
No, Doctor. This patient isn't himself anymore. He's dying.
Really? What do you mean by isn't himself?
He's changing. His physical characteristics, they are more animal than human now.
Great.
Fascinating. An animal, you say? Could you be more precise? Cephalopod, perhaps?
This amuses you.
Your reaction does. I know your thirst for knowledge, Doctor. It's your innocent worries for this man that have you overreacting.
For this man, and the others whose medical files you've been hiding.
I have to protect my discovery. These people owe me their life, but the world isn't ready yet. It will be, in time.
I will not let you do this.
You disappoint me, Marie, but I still have hope you'll one day share my point of view.
I'd be a little
In the
worried that
meantime,
he'd
take
lock
care
me
of
up
your
in
own
there and
patients
experiments
and
on
try not to
me.
forget who you're dealing with.
Creeper.
Was that a threat? What did he mean?
It was a warning. Dr. Fuller is this institution's founder and one of our profession's most influential voices. My word is of no weight against his. If I continue to protest, I will only ruin my reputation and career.
Great.
It's scandalous. Can't we do anything? Is there no evidence of his crimes?
Hidden files are proof?
That evidence exists. I'm sure of it. I need to find the missing medical files.
And where would you find those? In his office? What if you get caught?
I'd rather not think about that. I'm counting on your discretion.
Of course, Doctor. You can count on me. I'll keep Mum.
Hope so. I don't particularly trust you. Okay, get into Fuller's office. Found a book in the bookseller's safe. There was something wrong with it. It smelled of death and putrefaction. I had a bad feeling. I read it to understand why I had such feelings. What happened after that? Where am I? No, so I can't click on Pierce right now. Interesting. I've already read this. I've already read this. Places. Sanders' residence, Thunder House is all in shades of red and gold. Is impressive, but nothing matches the private gallery of Francis Sanders. The place is huge and entirely dedicated to his passion of troubling and macabre works, defaced figures of virgins, sacrificial daggers, statues of monsters. And the painting that led him to his demise takes center stage. The Shambler, a painting by Sarah Hawkins, a close friend of the couple. What happened in this room, I will never be able to forget it. The Nameless Bookstore, I've never seen such a collection of works on magic and occultism. Algernon Drake, the owner, prides himself on being a luminary in the study of esoteric phenomenon. The library was ransacked during an attempted burglary. It holds numerous rare or forbidden works. Its back room houses a safe protected by an ancient symbol. Cult, the Shambler, I've already read that. Read this. Dagger of the Ancients, this exceptional dagger of Ottoman origin, probably dates from the whatever century. It bears the Elder Sign on its hilt. It apparently belonged to the Paragali, whatever Pasha Grand Vizier at the court of Suleiman the Magnificent. Legend tells that the Paragali used the symbol in the dagger to protect the court from the creatures that haunted the mirrors of the palace. What is certain is that Suleiman had his vizier executed. Did he fear him after this demonstration of power? Probably. Painting was exposed in Francis Sanders' gallery, but I think that the creature no longer requires it for movement. It went to hunt down Sanders in the cellars of the Riverside Institute. Do not know where it comes from, but one thing is sure, it's starving. That I succeed in sending it back into its world, I am not sure. Probably not. The Hound. Do not make the mistake of taking this jewel for an inanimate object. The soul of a powerful sorcerer, devourer of bodies of the Lang cult, a sect from Central Asia, lies in this jade amulet. Its very characteristics form a massive hunting dog. Represents the transformation of the sorcerer into a man-eating ghoul. Whoever unearths the amulet and wears it around his neck at risk of the sorcerer's wrath, the latter will return in the shape of a formidable hunter, track and dismember all defilers. Great. Chapter 6, read that, looked at that, alright, we're good. Nameless bookstore's burglar came through the door a bit further from some knocked over objects, allowed the trail to be followed into the back room. There, the mess next to the safe confirms the person's aim. However, there is no material evidence to support my hunch as the identity of the burglar. Charles Hawkins did indeed appear to me, as well as the star symbol on the door of the safe. I cannot determine if the presence of Sarah Hawkins in my projections is the result of the conscious work of my mind, or whether it proves that the case obsesses me. Okay. And inventory. I have knowledge. I don't think I read this. Puritan colony led by Reverend Wickwood settled on the island during the 17th century. They named the island Darkwater because of the dark shades of the sea. They believed it was because of the peculiar color of the rocks surrounding the island. They erected the first buildings, among which were the Hawkins Manor, the church, and the cemetery. The rare documents and handwritten notes they left spoke of nightmare and deviant behaviors. They disappeared at the beginning of the 18th century. Great! Okay, guys, I'm going to end the stream here. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I had a lot of fun. If you want to see previous streams that I've done, go check out my YouTube channel. Link is in my bio. If you want to see when I'm about to stream something, go check out my Twitter. Link is also in my bio. Or check out my schedule here on Twitch. I hope you guys have a good day and night wherever you are. And I shall see you guys real soon.